video on how to do an option board build up. What you want to do is press on the left side to the top. It's going to be the house, the price book, your work order, which is grayed out because you are in a work order, and your quote builder, option builder, sorry. And it says 1, 2, 3 with the 3 lines. You want to click on that. It says you can either open the option board or new option board. We'll do a new option board just for sakes of showing. Enter option board name. Here you have to enter option board name. We can name this one test. We'll put YouTube test. And AC installs. We usually do the good, better, best, but you have several options to choose from, like new, recommended, critical, numbered, like new, plus, like new, recommended, critical. You can build whatever you want. And we're gonna go ahead and save this. Then you add tasks to your price book. So let's go ahead and add some tasks. For this one, we're gonna do a repair versus a replacement. So let's just say we have a back condenser motor and we want to give the customer an option. So refrigeration airflow, we want to go to the first one, which is refrigeration airflow and electrical, condenser section. Then we're going to look for a condenser blower motor, outdoor condenser fan motor up to 3 horsepower, 471.80 value rate, 589.75 standard rate. At the very top one, go ahead and add that one. We want to go ahead and add a capacitor as well. So let's look for a capacitor. You want to put a fan blade there. You want to make sure you put a fan blade on every job. Add to work order. And let's put a capacitor. I'll put a capacitor later on this section, but you can go to electrical compartment as well. You'll find a capacitor there. And we'll put if you hit the top right little thing here, it changes the prices. You want to make sure if you're going to be adding things, you want to click on the green one that says add-on if you want to add on prices. It works if you're already in the house and you want to add more things, then you can do it at that time. So we'll go ahead and click on that, add the capacitor for 140 instead of 230. So click on that, add to work order. And let's see what we have on the quote builder. So we have, if you go to your work order, now the quote builder is on your work order. You have that there. We're gonna go ahead and delete this because we didn't add it on a proper way. We have to add it to the quote builder. So let's do it again. Let's go to service, refrigeration, condenser section. We want to add the motor. And you want to add to option board, not to the work order. So add to option board. And this is going to be good, better, best. So we can click one of them to add them there. But you know what, this case, good, better, best is good for when you're setting a unit. In this case, we're just going to do a repair. So we're going to either do a patch up or a full fix. So let's go ahead and make a new option board. Alert, are you sure? Yes, let's make a new one. We have not saved it, so that's why it wasn't giving us an alert. New option board, same name. Let's name this one repair or replace. There we have it there. Repair or replace. Okay. It's gonna be HVAC services. So it's gonna be good, better, best, like new, recommended, critical, numbered. So we'll put like new, recommended, and critical. So like new would just be the fan motor. Critical would just be the fan motor. Recommended would be the fan motor plus the blade and the capacitor, and light new would be the whole condenser. So we'll put that there. Okay. Go ahead and save. Let's go ahead and add our prices. So your price book, we're gonna go with the HVAC service, refrigeration, condenser section, and on this one we're just gonna put the critical. Okay, so add to option board on the bottom. Make sure you put that, and this is gonna be critical. And go ahead and add. Okay. Now let's add the fan motor, but to the, again, you want to add the fan motor, add to option board, but this time you want to put it to recommended, because we're going to put the fan motor, the fan blade, and the capacitor on the recommended. Okay, so we want to add that, and on this one you want to build it up as much as possible so the customer could say, hey, you know what, it might as well buy a new one instead of doing the recommended repair. So on this one, you want to do an add-on instead of the, you can pick different prices. It's really up to you, but I would just put that add-on there. So we want to add to option board and recommended, add, and then you want to do a capacitor. And I don't have a capacitor right now yet, but I want to go ahead and change that in the future. Electrical compartments. I know there's a hard start and a capacitor here, so if you want to add the hard start, you can. But let's go ahead and add the capacitor. 50 and a 5 microfarads, up to 50 and a 5. So go ahead and add to option board, recommended. So now we got 3 items in the option board on the recommended, and then we're gonna go ahead and put a let's put a condenser here. Install, put a Goodman, depending on what size he wants, but let's check the customer that we had that we're building this quote for. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it on my phone, so I won't show any data, but I can see here that we have, and I'm just going through the pictures here. We have a condenser, and it's a 36, so it's a 3-ton. So let's go to Profit Rhino, and then we'll put a 3-ton 14-SEER condenser. We're gonna add to option board, and we're gonna put light new, and we're gonna add. So we go to option board. Now we have light new, which is 26, which is 20, and you want to add the service agreement to all of these, okay, because they get the discount. So it's just, it's a no-brainer just to get the service agreement at this point. You want to make sure this is off. You don't want to leave that on, so leave that off, and we'll add our service agreement to that one. So now you see the service agreement at the bottom, and we'll add our service agreement here. Universal, we're going to do AC service agreement, so we'll add that, and then we're going to go ahead and add a service agreement here. You want to pretty much add a service agreement on every call, but tell them if they don't want the service agreement, you can just take it off. On the system replacement, they might as well get it because they're getting it for free. On the higher repair, they might as well get it because they're getting it for free. But on just the one fan motor, then they have the option because they only save like $50. They don't save more than the $149. So we'll go ahead at that. Now we have either 620, either 866 for that, and or 2,500 for this one for the 3-ton. So 866 and 2,000 is a big difference. So we want to make sure we build up the ticket for the fan, for replacing the fan blade. So the way you want to do that is maybe take off the capacitor and add it full price. So let's do that. Delete that. Delete that. You know, every customer is different, but let's just say we did want it to. We can go back to the price book, service, condenser, and let's have the fan blade at full price, which is $353.95. Add to option board. Recommended. Add. And it's at the capacitor at full price. Option board, recommended. Okay, so now we have a different quote here, which would be like new, so condenser, and then 1,025.60 for the fan motor, blade, capacitor, and the service agreement. So the customer can be like, well, maybe $1,500 more, I get a brand new one, and then the patch up, which is the critical. So we can even change these. Let's just call it patch up. We'll call it recommended and like new. We'll just leave it like that. We'll go ahead and save this. Press the disk icon on the top right next to the search icon, and save board. Save option board as repair or replace. Fan motor, fan motor condenser. Okay. Let's go ahead and save that. So now it's added to my favorites. And we can press OK. We can then view this in presentation view. So we got that and we got that there. So we want to make sure everything is shown. We can screenshot this. And then you want to save it to the work order that we already have open. I believe it's it's 1410. So let's see if we see 1410 here. Hopefully we do. We don't, so we're gonna have to open it. All right, now we can go back to Profit Rhino, screenshot, and have it sent there. Now, 1410 should pop up. There it goes. And save it to your photo just in case. And then do the same thing here. And that's it, basically. That's how we do a option board build. And this is already saved, so if it's the same one, it'll actually I'll ask you if you want to save a new updated one or just update the one you have. So we just saved it just to read here. You can click to personalize here if you want to put his name. and send it to different people. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give Kingo a call at 832-544-1868. Thank you.